Alright, welcome back to Destinies. Let's continue. Only the victim and the defendant were on the launch pad when the former was killed. This is the truth, and only Mr. Starbuck could have carried out this crime. Little I could get out of him won't hurt my case. Justice Dono, foolish is the warrior who rushes headlong into battle. Preparation is a central element of battle, so I advise you to take a gander at this. What is it? Footage from a security camera. As the two astronauts emerged from the bowels of the launch pad Corridor 1. The burning light security camera captured their desperate escape. Now direct your attention to what the defendant is shouldering. Which you can see is none other than the lifeless body of the victim. What? Order! I say. This lines up exactly with the prosecution's been asserting. I should have known Blackwell would have something like this ready. Apollo? I was likely to determine that Clay was already gone in the footage. Ah, I see what you mean. If Clay was alive at that point, it's pretty crucial. Your Honor, please take another look at the footage. Is it possible Mr. Wright was still alive here and Mr. Starbuck was only helping him? Why, I believe you're right. One man carrying the other to safety. Would it be an expression of friendship?
Silence!
Perhaps that's what it looks like to an one-eyed hothead and adored. But it only makes sense if it's the victim's dead body. What do you mean? Fulbright, explain it to Justice Dono. You got it. Ready, kid? The murder occurred in the lounge. Someone would have spotted it. Anyone can enter the lounge, after all. But doing while they were alone in the spaceship, that's a horse of a different color.
Objection!
You can't deny that there's a possibility the murder could have happened in the lounge. All this video shows is a man helping his fellow astronaut out.
Silence!
Your assertion is based on emotion. It's based on your belief that Mr. Starbuck would surely help his own disciple. But you have no logical explanation as to why the victim could still be alive. Fortunately, Mr. Justice, the prosecution is right. Your argument is lacking sound logic. But it sounded perfectly logical to me. Well, Mr. Justice, you have no further objections. I believe it's time to bring this cross-examination to a close. Objections? Well,
Hold it!
Yeah? Hi, Adina, what's up? Your Honor, defendant's requests a little time to think and regroup. Given the facts, I'm not sure I see the need. What is it, Athena? It's just, there's something that's been bothering me. Vin's at a fence stalling for time, as always. Very well, I'm feeling generous. You may have a small measure of time. Yes! You have 5 seconds. 5 seconds? After that, I declare this cross-examination to be closed and a verdict to be rendered. Your boldness, raise your gavel high. Time for a countdown. Oh. Ready? You don't have time. Spit it out, Athena. Only 3 more seconds. Look, I don't think the prosecution's explanation is very complete. Meaning? Meaning there's something missing. Like, they conveniently left it unexplained. Something they didn't explain. You're right. I think I know what you're talking about. Your 5 seconds are up, Mr. Justice. Is there anything about the prosecution's argument that you'd like to rebut? Yes, Your Honor. Actually, there is. Something the prosecution made clear to this court. Well, you put it that way. What is it the prosecution has failed to explain? Why the body? Why did they move the body? They failed to explain why Mr. Starbuck would bother bringing the body back at all. The defendant wanted to kill the victim. Why didn't he just leave his body in the rocket? Why go through the trouble of bringing him all the way back to the boarding lounge? Oh, that's true. I don't think we've heard the prosecution's thoughts on that yet. That's because they have none, Your Honor. After all, how does one explain something so illogical? Prosecution is claiming that the defendant moved the victim's dead body. What if the entire premise of that argument is wrong? Then let's hear your theory, Mr. Justice. Defense supposes that the defendant didn't kill the victim. He was helping him. Ah! Wright, explain it for our sad friend here, for I not after his monotone monologue. Tell me exactly why Space Boy moved the victim. Huh? They've got to be joking. It's simple. Mr. Starbuck did what he did to suggest position away from himself. He wanted to create the impression he risked his life to save his partner. That's why he made sure to make it to security camera to be a record. At the very least, he appeared to see such tests with you and the old man. Ah. One man carrying into the safety. What a beautiful expression of friendship. The average person wearing a spacesuit easily weighs over 200 pounds. Seeming like our partner weighs as much, trying to escape deadly flames. What a dramatic sub-story for the silver screen. Indeed, I was completely taken in by the humanity of the story. You see, now that the true endings that all traces of this hammy act were meant to be blown up. Yes, and now we arrive at the thrilling conclusion. The third explosion.
Objection!
What are you talking about? There is no third explosion.
Silence.
Indeed, you are correct. Let us thank Detective Arme. She identified and secured the bomb. However, it didn't change the fact that the third bomb was discovered in the lounge. The Zil coffin made the witness stand. That would be a bomb transport case. Used at the transport of the deactivated bomb here. It's from the lounge. A bomb in the form of a distasteful toy. What? One on the second floor of the main building, one in the launch pad, and one in the lounge. The defendant planned to set off these 3 firework displays. Fortunately, the third was discovered before it could be detonated, for it had not. The victim's body and other vital elements would certainly be mutilated.
Objection!
For you, whatever word. Note that the defense supports me. It's like he's reading my mind. Is it still an ongoing forensic investigation? We have the evidence on hand. However, know that the depicted item was found in one of Mr. Starbuck's pockets. Specifically, a bomb detonation switch. You found what? It's like the defendant had no time to destroy such damning evidence. The states the director and Detective Arme stubborn across the murder. So I thought hide it in his pocket. Feeble brain dead he is. No, Mr. Starbuck would never do anything like that. Ooh. Justice, don't open your eyes and see the truth. This appears to be inferred evidence that the accused set off the explosions. No, there has to be some kind of mistake. This can't be the truth. Still can't accept it. You believe in your own client, come what may. Then why don't you cross-examine the defendant himself? This has gotta be a trap. It's like Blacklist controlling the entire game. Yeah, it seemed like he was waiting for me to bring up the body moving issue. Why do you say that? Is he just the right argument when they painted it out? You only rub it in, he had a decisive piece of evidence of his sleep too. He's trying to shake my faith in Mr. Starbuck and break me down. And here comes in Mr. Starbuck. At this point, was part of his plan too? Totally underhanded, but I wouldn't expect anything less from him. Now let's hear from the arch-villain. The fiendish murderer himself. Famed astronaut Solomon Starbuck. Witness, your name and occupation, please. Solomon Starbuck, astronaut. How did this happen? Mr. Starbuck, aren't looking very well. Will you be able to give testimony? No. Well, unfortunately, no was not an option. You're being accused of station bombing and the murder of Clay Turan. He testified to these allegations. Mind if I take this suit off? It's getting really heavy.
Silence.
It's not the weight of the suit that you feel, but of your sins. Better carry that weight for the rest of your life. Banish me to the moon. I don't care anymore. Wow, that was super negative. Is he gonna be alright up there? He'll be fine, I think. As long as he doesn't totally give up and say he did it, that is. I didn't kill him. Alright, good. Good start. I do support Clay on my shoulder and help get us out of the rocket. Like always, I took the elevator down to the mid-level and headed for the corridor. Clay passed out by the time we got the order to evacuate. I didn't kill Clay. I was trying to save him. So you're sure you didn't set off the bombs or murder the victim? I bet you think I'm lying, right? There's almost just been talked I've heard your full testimony. I'm sure you don't believe me. Oops. You know, he had a drink or two on his way to court. It's fine. Don't worry about it. But you don't believe I'm an astronaut. I don't think the judge doubts that. Wear a suit like that except for an astronaut. I'll say that when I saw you in that movie. You appeared quite courageous. Though, I suppose reality never quite lives up to fantasy. Will you stop sighing all the time, dude? Jeez. I guess I'm just a big disappointment. I really don't care what happens anymore. Oh no, he's completely given up. What a depressing fellow. Would have joined me in a clink. Imagine that annoying sighing of yours rub on the other inmates. I got rubbed up on Prosecutor Blackwell for a second ago. Huh? That's Blackwell sighing. Starbuck's testimony includes a glaring contradiction. The question is, what does it mean? If Mr. Starbuck is my client, I can't be gun-shy now. Time to find out the truth. Yeah, that's what we do here. Evacuation report. Although something's changed at Mr. Starbuck's testimony. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. There's a glaring contradiction. I just wonder why it's there and what it means for our case. Well, I don't lie if he's lying, at least. I guess I'll have to show some evidence. How could you if the bomb blew up next to the elevator?
Objection!
Mr. Starbuck, I need your testimony to be as accurate as possible. Was that being accurate? No, because it's impossible for you to have taken the elevator down to the middle level. What makes you say that, Mr. Justice? These are called where the bomb went off in the launch pad 1. Also recall after the explosion, the middle level elevator was engulfed in flames. Oh, you're right, which means... Exactly, the launch pad's elevator would have been unusable. In other words... Mr. Starbuck, your statement is decidedly inconsistent with the facts. Why'd you put your helmet on? What's with the helmet? Mr. Command! Mr. Command! Do you read me? Come in, please!
Objection!
This is Mission Command. Oh, dude, pay attention. Something's not to answer my questions, Mr. Starbuck. My helmet! Action take! Oxygen concentration is running and declining. We're requesting medical assistance. Mr. Starbuck, we're on space right now. We've stopped pretending you've lost consciousness and send back up. I apologize, Your Honor. I forgot I was still on Earth. I feel we also got a real glimpse of the Solomon Starbuck the astronaut. He seemed like an astronaut now that he was doing all that sighing. Starbuck, could you please explain the inconsistency in your statement? You used the middle level elevator. I was nervous. I said the wrong thing. I'm sorry. Actually, took a different route, I think. A different route? I'll be able to deliver a straight story this time. I'll get it right this time. Maybe. No, I mean probably. Probably. Understandable to be nervous, but let me remind you, your X-ray is paramount in court. My escape route. Let's see. My escape routes. What I said before was a mistake. I remember now. I took a different route. Maybe. Probably. With the capsule and clay in my arms, I made our way down to the upper level. So you're saying you escaped without using the elevator? That's right. There's a ladder that spans the upper and middle levels. I used that to get to the middle level. Luckily, the fire hadn't reached the ladder, so we make our escape that way. The capsule you mentioned... So you mean the thing next to Mr. Tran here? Was the capsule that important you'd risk your life to take it with you? I know this goes without saying, but yeah, the capsule contains asteroid samples. Therefore, it's invaluable as research material. The spacesuit on clay weighed a ton, but securing the capsule is also important. You need to answer to the best of your ability. Mr. Starbuck, please remember that your verdict is writing in your testimony. Maybe I am guilty after all. Wonder if you can see the stars in prison. It's more comfortable than a spaceship. It's kind of a short testimony.
Hold it!
The part of the launch pad area. That's right. That's what I said, isn't it? Granted, that route does exist. So to recap, you had clay over your right shoulder and the capsule in your right hand. Yeah, it's really important, so I couldn't let it get burned up. Even though clay was really heavy, I couldn't afford to carry him with both hands. I did the best I could with him over one shoulder and the capsule in my other hand. I don't think the meaning of what he just said is hidden yet. What do you have to do with that statement? Justice, don't know. Yes, I know. I've come this far, no turning back now. It's time to present some evidence. Just so I can escape with clay and the capsule, which means... Just like the footage, I can see why he didn't run, though. This weighed over 200 pounds just by himself. Yeah, and he had to support clay was another 200 pounds. Plus, he had to ensure the safety of that capsule. I don't think I could even walk under those circumstances. Walking straight forward is probably about all I would have been able to manage. Yeah,
Objection!
Mr. Starbuck, why don't you just tell us the truth? The truth? Let's see. The Earth is blue? No, that's not right. I guess the Earth isn't blue. Yeah, that's it. Truth, Mr. Starbuck. The oxygen concentration is super low in this area. Prepare the emergency oxygen tanks. Mr. Justice, the witness appears to be confused. Please help him draw out the truth from him. Mr. Starbuck, under the circumstances at this time, you couldn't possibly have reached the boarding lounge via the upper level route. Huh? Not as long as this was the escape route. The ladder. How are you gonna climb down with a guy on your shoulder and a thing in your hand?
Take that!
To get down from the upper to the middle level where the Launchpad 1 corridor is, we have to go down the ladder. Isn't that right, Mr. Starbuck? Of course. That was the only way we could escape.
Objection!
But how would that work? The time you were supporting Mr. Serrano to your shoulder, were you not? Remember, he was in full space gear as well, putting him in over 200 pounds. Well, it's easy on the moon. Gravity is 1/6 of what it is on Earth.
Objection!
But the Space Center is located on Earth. Sort of being an octopus climbing a ladder with an adult male in space gear in one arm, while carrying the capsule in your other is impossible, wouldn't you say? Oh, Mr. Starbuck, how did you climb down that ladder with your arms full? Mr. Starbuck, come clean and tell us the truth, now! Engineer, where's that engineer? Oxygen leak detected, make to the facility! Evacuate immediately! What the? He's flying the coop! Help! I'm caught on the ceiling! Help! Anyone? They left for the cherry picker. Must run our rescue mission at once. Oh, that's one way to take off while being questioned. Rather prove his innocence so he can go to the space scanner someday for real. Now then, Mr. Starbuck, do you think you keep your feet planted on the ground? Yes, I apologize for losing control. Ready to tell us the truth? Not that! Anything but that! What is going on? This isn't Mr. Starbuck, I know. It appears Space Boy is prone to deception. Witness! Yes. I thought that your story odd, but perhaps the inconsistencies can be explained as the result of a medical side effect. Prosecutor Blackwell, please! Please don't talk about that! What are you talking about, Prosecutor Blackwell? Didn't already state that Space Boy is ironically terrified of going into space. I thought he took some precautions just for lunch. But you see, traces of this anti-anxiety drug were found in his system. Oh, I sense things are about to nosedive. You got it all wrong. I told him during the investigation too. I don't know anything about any drugs. I never took any medication, I swear. It's found in his system, but he doesn't remember taking it. How could that be? Someone must have slipped them to me. But I guess maybe that's why I don't remember. Because of the side effects. Yeah, that's why I don't remember much about what happened. What? Order in the court. We could get any useful testimony out of him if he doesn't remember anything. Well, this certainly explains why his testimony kept changing. Why didn't he just tell me he couldn't remember? Guess he didn't want anybody to find out he was terrified of going into space. Maybe I really did do it. Which brings us to the answer of our original question. Of how the witness climbed down the ladder with a dead body. It does. So what is it? Dead man feels no pain and makes no complaints, Justice Dono. So the body was simply dropped down from the top of the ladder. Oh my, I see. And the defendant could climb down with his free hand.
Objection!
Drop the body down to do such a disrespectful thing. Besides, dropping a body down would leave marks on the body itself. So you're capable of quick thinking. Yes, you are correct. Really? So, thanks? Ah! Huh? What's this? Suction tank from the victim's space chute. It's ruptured, and I'm sure you can figure out why. You can't be implying it ruptured when the defendant dropped the victim's body. I am, for they fractured easily when struck.
Objection!
Even if that's true, the tank explosion and shrapnel would leave its mark on the body. Yet according to the autopsy report, only the knife wound was found in the victim's body. You're clearly grasping at straws with this line of reasoning.
Silence!
A space suit isn't heavy for the sake of being heavy, Justice Dono. It includes the latest technological devices made of the fabric of tomorrow. Focus to protect astronauts from dangers of space. Falling a few Earth yards would hardly leave a mark on the wearer.
Objection!
It shouldn't be impossible to stab someone through it as well. It should, and yet, through coincidence, they slipped through a weak spot in the suit's structure and found its way to the target. What are the chances? You forget that our killer's an astronaut himself with knowledge of the suit's work. He's got me there. Now my argument has been proven. Facebook killed the victim in the rocket and dropped his body from the upper level. They're climbing down, he showed them the body and made sure the camera recorded them. There's no room for debate about these facts. So that Solomon Starbuck is the only one who could have killed Clay Tehran. Here, the report regarding the astronaut's oxygen tanks. Consider it my send-off gift. Feel free to use it as payment across the river Styx. Hey, this part is pretty detailed. Let's see, display in the start left shoulder showing oxygen remains. That means the glowing cyan digits represent the amount of oxygen remaining. I'm done for. I'm gonna prison inside of space! Space boy? Yes? Take heart. The bejeweled night sky is still beautiful even when viewed through bars. You mean the stars are seen from prison? That's right, your cell will be your spaceship. Picture the view through your iron bars. Sleeping astronaut in your own craft for all time. That's not a bad thought. Mr. Starbuck? Rescue Black Hole got to him good. Well, it doesn't look good, but we'll come back next time and see where it takes us. So until then.